Hey everyone, this is The Wrong Podcast, and we're doing our spoiler-filled review of Deadpool.
Spoilers.
Yes.
Yeah. So we just talked about the non-spoiler version and the main cast, but now we're going to go into some nitty-gritty details that we didn't want the baby ears to hear at all during these things.
And we're pretty sure you are not a baby if you've already seen Deadpool.
Yeah, no, I really hope no baby saw Deadpool. That movie was that movie was messed up. The sex in that movie, I was rock hard the entire time.
I'm gonna baby hand and masturbation.
Yeah.
No, I mean, when it came to like references and stuff like that, I mean, so funny. I mean, so many X-Men plugs, so many Hugh Jackman jokes and stuff like that. But going into like spoiler territory, I think the one thing that I definitely really want to talk about is that they're making another one, and then they talked about it at the movie.
Yes.
Like, when do you ever go to a movie and they confirm a sequel as the after credits?
Bond movies used to do that.
Bond movies used to do that.
Bond will return in whatever.
Yeah, and
the movie is.
the Marvel movies will they'll reference a larger universe, but not the direct. The only time they've ever done a direct sequel was at the end of Captain America, the first Captain America, where they did the mini teaser trailer to the Avengers, which was the post-credit scene because that was the very next movie.
Well, they didn't just tease the movie; they actually
talked about
the production of the movie.
So for the people that saw it and haven't seen it, the spoiler of this is that it basically they mocked up Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where it's the end of the movie.
Out in his robe,
comes out in the robe. He's like, "What are you still doing here? Were you expecting a teaser, something with Sam Jackson and an eye patch? No, just go home." Then it cuts again. It comes back. And then he starts talking about the next movie that they're making, and he confirmed that Cable, longtime X-Force and Deadpool companion, will be in the sequel movie, which is huge for anybody that's an X-Men fan. Cable's a huge X-Men character. He's a giant name when it comes to the X-Verse.
So hopefully he's a better villain. Now, Ajax was solid.
Cable's a good guy.
But, Cable's a good guy.
Yeah. He's a friend.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Okay,
yeah.
I don't really follow Deadpool. So whoever the villain is, I think it should be a little more, a little less vanilla, because Ajax / Francis.
Yeah.
He doesn't stand out too much as
he was a little bland.
Solid.
He was when Deadpool spelled out Francis's name with all those bodies, including one with his pants down as the eye, that was I lost it.
No, it was great. I mean, so many amazing moments. One of my favorite moments, I think, from the entire thing was the bar scenes. Some of my favorite moments from the bar, where they're talking about like the Deadpool, and that's how he got his name, and the whole montage of him like leading up to him having his actual costume and the different iterations he went through. The white hoodie, and the blind lady's like, blood on a white hoodie. Yeah,
just wear red.
Although then he's so mean to his blind lady tenant. I've hidden a bag full of money and 1,000 pounds of coke
and the cure for blindness somewhere in the house.
Good luck.
No, and then
so many Indian taxi driver.
And so many other references to the larger universe. One big spoiler that we're all kind of talked about already is that there was a SHIELD helicarrier in this movie,
even though they're like license-wise, like I thought they couldn't do that.
Well, it was implied heavily.
It never said SHIELD across it,
but it was totally.
It clearly was a helicarrier, but as long as it doesn't say SHIELD or say anything, it's all implied stuff. So as long as they're not bluntly saying, "Oh, this was from the Battle of New York, that time with the Avengers," as long as they don't say that. I'm sure there might have been some money exchange somewhere to use a likeness, but it clearly was a SHIELD helicarrier, so they're clearly using this as a great reference to the overarching Marvel universe. And that's when I saw that, I think the three of us looked at each other and we were all just like,
"What?" Even you guys didn't even believe me. Like I saw it first when they hit the little small section. I'm like, "That's a helicarrier." And you're like, "No, that can't be."
And then I looked at it again. I was like, "Oh my god, that is."
I thought it was just some aircraft carrier.
They put an aircraft carrier on the land. Yeah.
The only thing that was a little disappointing in the movie is I was kind of hoping for Hugh Jackman to show up. They talked about Hugh Jackman a lot. They mentioned it.
They might as well have just have him.
So one point near the end of the movie, they go to take off his mask, and he has a Hugh Jackman piece of paper stapled to his face to make it a like a fake mask, and it's Hugh Jackman, and it was
tape. It was like
there was staples. There were staples in his chin on his forehead.
I think you're right. Yeah,
I thought it was tape. Whatever.
No. Anyways, that was hysterical. But I would have liked to see Hugh Jackman pop up and just give a little
sequel.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they gave absolute credit to the Deadpool character. right when he has Ajax on the ground, Colossus comes and gives him a whole good guy speech. Only a few moments come along where you can be a hero, and he talks about how being the hero is good. He listens to a lot, and then boom, he kills the bad guy anyway.
Sorry, you were droning on.
Yeah, no, wonderful movie. And what was your favorite part of the whole thing?
Favorite part of the whole thing.
Oh, the unicorn sex.
No, the unicorn sex was. It was all right.
Very, very. The sex in that was insane.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Sorry.
That was our 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Deadpool's a great movie. Go ahead and see it.
No, let's wrap it up gracefully.
Yeah.
Favorite part? Well, I don't do just the writing, man.
Yeah.
Even the side characters had a thing. The taxi driver. He's a timid guy, and he's got a little bit of a backstory.
But then the body in the trunk.
Yeah. Sinead O'Connor has like a little bit of a thing, and Colossus is like a fatherly Russian figure guy.
Yeah, it's a very smart movie. I think the thing about it, like a lot of movies that are geek-filled movies, is that maybe the writers are somewhat geeky, but maybe they don't fully understand the type of people or the audience they're trying to make this movie for. I felt these guys really got the kind of people that are going to watch this movie and really want to see this movie. So everything was geared towards us as fans. And that's why I think that, like, as much as Batman Superman is going to be a great movie, Civil War, Doctor Strange, Suicide Squad, which I'm very much looking forward to all these movies, this movie is easily my favorite comic book movie when it comes to
I think if you
just as much as I like
a comic book fan or a comic book movie fan, and you've seen this movie, like my girlfriend Carrie, she liked it, but a lot of the jokes she said went over her head because she didn't get the references.
That's a good. All the X-Men jokes maybe you wouldn't necessarily get.
She has never seen an X-Men movie. So.
Any other Marvel jokes or DC jokes or any
Voltron
other kind of jokes, Voltron jokes. Yeah. If you're not into that stuff, there's definitely a lot of stuff you wouldn't get. But you're right. This is a fan movie. This is a movie for the fans.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I gave it a 10 out of 10. What was your score again?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Joe?
I gave it a 9 out of 10. My only probably complaint would be if you break down the core elements of the plot, it's a very simple, predictable plot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy hurt me. Get the guy.
Yeah,
guy gets my girl. Now I gotta get the guy.
I don't go to a Deadpool movie to see an overly complicated movie either. I go to Deadpool to see Ryan Reynolds
teabagging.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I go to see. So.
You mean you don't expect the twists
slow
and turns
motion
from the Prestige?
Teabag.
Yeah. I want
excellent movie.
Wonderful movie.
Well, there was funny
Hugh
thing
Jackman
though,
Prestige,
when he's in the bar. Who's the bartender?
Oh, is T.J. Miller?
Is he? I almost feel like is he a writer involved in that?
He's
a very
Tim
funny
Miller
guy.
is the director.
Tim Miller's the director. I don't know if they're related or not. They might be. Maybe Tim and T.J. Miller. Maybe it's the same person. I don't know.
Maybe.
But T.J. Miller is a hysterical comedian. He's on a show right now called Silicon Valley, which is on HBO. That show is out. It's about like startup companies in Silicon Valley, and he is hysterical. He was in the fourth Transformers movie. Mm-hmm. He is, and he was on that movie She's Out of Your League.
Was he in Backdoor Sluts 9 or was he in
probably
Backdoor Sluts 9?
I think he's going to be in the sequel.
Okay.
But no, he is a really... And I think that he was involved with some of it to an extent. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I hope
felt
so
like
because he is
some
hysterical. He's a very funny dude.
Like even when even when like they say the...
No, go ahead.
Just wrap it up.
Well, I was just going to say when... I don't remember the character's name, but the guy in the suit that he calls like a child molester and all that stuff. But when he first comes, he's like, the plot thickens. And he's like,
yeah, it was a very smart movie. It was a very fourth, fifth, 16th wall breakers. And the fact that it turned out as good as it did, considering a year ago this movie wasn't even being made, and it turned out this good.
A little more than that.
A little more than a year ago when that leaked footage got out, this movie wasn't even being produced.
Yeah.
And the fact that we got this type of movie, every studio needs to be making movies like this. Every studio needs to be like, what are some movies?
Well written
movies. I'm not saying put out garbage, but I'm saying they need to take some risks on some smaller properties that we will appreciate and love more. Guardians of the Galaxy is another great example of a movie.
Duck?
Howard the Duck. Shut up.
They're going to make a movie about Howard the Duck?
I'm going to bitch slap you after I get off this microphone.
Anyway, so overall takeaway is we recommend the movie. Go see it.
Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy it. And if you don't, then
go fuck a unicorn.
Sucks for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for guys hanging on for the Deadpool review.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.